to think that I could have ever come from, where I came from and done some of the things that I had done in life, and to be here now, to be going to Houston to speak with the NFL is just, it's absolutely surreal. Hi, y'all. We got an extra special edition of I Am Redemption, the podcast today. We don't have any guests. It is just me talking directly to you. I Am Redemption has so much stuff going on right now. There's so many updates, so many cool things going on. I just thought it was important to sit down, get people up to date, get people up to speed with some of the things we're doing. I could not be more proud of where we're at right now as an organization, as a podcast, as a nonprofit, where I'm at personally. With the family, it's just, we're very, very blessed. Very blessed with all the things that are going on. So, not even really sure where to start, but I'll start with just this past weekend. I Am Redemption was absolutely blessed to be invited to the NFL travel directors meeting. Now, what that is all 32 NFL teams send 2 to 3 representatives. It happened to be in Houston this year. Along with all those teams comes all the hotels, all the airlines, the charters, the bus systems, everything that the NFL uses. I had no idea what all went into something like that. I was blessed to be able to sit there for a couple of days and to go through some of the groups that they were doing and meetings and see what goes into the NFL and what it is for teams to be able to travel to other cities. And it is one of the most overwhelming things I've ever seen. I had no idea they had that much going on, but absolutely incredible and just a well-oiled machine. Some of the most amazing people to be around. It was such a cool experience. Tracy from the Griffin Gibbs Foundation, which is a nonprofit, invited me to come be the keynote speaker for their awards dinner. Just tremendous opportunity. And to think that I could have ever come from, where I came from and done some of the things that I had done in life, and to be here now, to be going to Houston to speak with the NFL is just, it's absolutely surreal. And I did a video yesterday saying, for those that don't believe in God, I got news for you. Without God, stuff like this wouldn't happen in my life personally. So we went and we spoke, and we had a major announcement. And I've been kind of keeping it under tight wraps, but I was able to go to Houston. We were part of the trade show. I Am Redemption at a table. We were front and center, so every NFL team walked right past us. We got to talk to so many people. I made some amazing connections with some of these teams, and I didn't think it could get any better. And then it came to the awards dinner. I went up and spoke. Incredible reaction from everybody in the crowd. Incredible support for everything that I Am Redemption's doing. Couldn't be more proud to stand up there and talk about how we were one of the official nonprofits for Austin Marathon. That we had 12 people run their first ever full and half marathons. We had 75 people come out and volunteer. Just so many things I couldn't be more proud to stand up in front of a group like that and talk about and say. And then came the big announcement. And so the big announcement that we talked about at the NFL is Andrew Chabet and Pipeline Films is moving forward with the production of the movie Price of Redemption. And Price of Redemption is my story. It's me and my family's story. It's being turned into a feature-length film. It's very crazy to sit here and to talk about this or say it, but Andrew, the director, he's also the director of 100 Miles to Redemption, the documentary they did on my story. And that documentary, it changed my life. It changed the trajectory of my life. It showed me that there was this world where we could take all of this pain and use it to help other people. And I know anybody listening to this has heard me talk about it before. It's my main message for everything. How much power is in our pain once we give it purpose. I know that everybody doesn't have the ability to share their story, in this way, but it all started somewhere for me. It started getting up and talking in front of people. It started talking in groups or 12-step meetings. That's where I started sharing my experience. Had I not done that, it would never have gotten to here. And so to me, it's just a message of continuing to persevere, to continue to push through. When I say, we're built different by pain, powered different by purpose, we are what comes after. Those words, when I say them about the podcast or about I Am Redemption, they mean something to me. And it's because it's literally my story. It was all the pain that had built me into who I was supposed to become. All the pain that got me to a certain point where I had that wake-up moment. And it was all the pain that I was going to be willing to go through to be who I was supposed to become. And so whether that's getting sober, starting to run, addressing my mental health, that's all stuff I've done. That's all stuff I Am Redemption does as a nonprofit. and that is why they're gonna go ahead and make this movie. And so I've always stayed in touch with Andrew. I always like sharing any of the messages that we've gotten from the documentary, because we continue to still get messages from people all over the world that come across the film. 100 Miles to Redemption, the documentary. It's on Amazon if you haven't seen it. But the amount of people that come across that and still message to this day, it came out about 8 years ago. And so the fact we're still getting the volume of messages we do, it says a lot about the project. It says a lot about Andrew and the quality and level of work he does with film. And so I couldn't have been more honored or excited when he came to me and he started having this idea. And so we have a lot of things to announce with it, a lot of things to be excited about. I have one of the most unique and cool experiences about all this. We were in a meeting, and we were having a meeting about the people being in the film and the film going down. And I remember making a remark, and we were talking to a place called Angel Studios at the time, and they were talking about doing the film in Arizona. And I remember they're getting tax breaks, and that's where I started to understand in the movie world about, when they say based on a true story or inspired by true events, oftentimes they're not trying to change the story, but what happens is you have a budget for a film, you find out you get tax breaks in Arizona, now they're going to film it there. My particular story, my father was a steel worker. Unfortunately, there's no steel mills in Arizona where they want to go film, so now he becomes a rancher. So now you can kind of see how stories tend to change along with budgeting and what they have to be able to work with. So during that, when they were talking about having the film in Arizona, at one point I said, it's unfortunate we're doing there, because one thing I always appreciate seeing a movie is when you find out, you watch a war movie and everybody that portrayed a soldier was an actual soldier. And I mentioned that, and I said, if it were in Texas or in Austin, I'm in touch with these communities. I know the veteran communities. I know the running communities, the recovery communities. The people in this film could be the actual people. When you see people running a race during the 100-mile race that I ran, they could be the actual Austin runners. When you see people in a meeting or addicts or people getting sober in the movie, those could be the actual people, military, actual people. And they absolutely love the idea. And so I haven't announced it on social media yet. Hopefully I've announced it by the time you guys see this, but I will be making some public calls for people that want to come out and support the film, hop in it with me, because I remember the day when the documentary came out. The documentary originally came out during quarantine. It was right when quarantine was going to start, and so all the film festivals had shut down. We're just getting ready to book our travel and to go do all that, and it shut down. And so they ended up doing a live viewing in Austin eventually once quarantine was lifted. And I can remember packing into this place in the east side of downtown Austin. It was called Fair Market. It was like a big airplane hangar, and there was 3 screens, one real big one in the middle, and 300 people came in that day and sat there and watched the film. And I remember sitting in the front row. And I remember how surreal it was the whole time as people were watching this film. And I just remember thinking how crazy it is. People are hearing my story and watching my family and what they've been through. And I remember everyone coming up to me afterwards and us doing the Q&A. But now I think about the possibility of this movie, and I think about not only being blessed to have this happen in my life, but what would make it even more special is to be able to do it with my people. Because at the end of the day, everything I talk about is community. And I truly understand and know that we all rise together. And the people that don't understand tend to not be around anything that I'm doing. And I wish them all the luck. But my community, my people understand that. And so I would be honored more than you could know to have each and every person that's impacted my life, my recovery, my running, this nonprofit that supports me. I would be honored to have y'all to sit in a theater one day when we have that red carpet event, and sitting in a theater, not with 300 people watching my story, but 300 people being a part of the story. That to me is, if that's not God coming in together for a special moment, again, I don't know what is. And so we're really excited about it. It starts filming here in Austin, April 10th. They're going to be doing a 20-day shoot, so I'm going to be able to invite a lot of people out to come take part in something special. Can't wait to put that call out. So we have that going on, and as far as the nonprofit and I Am Redemption, we have a ton going on. And so the nonprofit side has afforded me the opportunity to be able to stay focused on what I'm doing and carrying out my mission, and not really focus on the the movie world and all that stuff that was going on, because it would be very easy, I think, for my brain to kind of play over in that world. So I've been blessed to have that nonprofit to be able to focus on, and very proud to say, I've said it a little bit, but my wife has come on full time with the nonprofit. It was always my goal once I started all this, was to build something to where she could transition out of the work she was doing in the medical field and come over and do this full time. And so we were blessed to be one of the official nonprofits with Austin Marathon. I'm sure people have heard me say that ad nauseum, but just so proud to say that. And we were riding such a high after that. So many people came together and supported what we were doing, and my wife and I felt like that was the moment, that was the time. So she's made the transition. She's been going almost about a month now, so we are all systems go. And so the nonprofit, we're out looking right now, taking a lot of meetings, looking for mission partners. We want people that support what we're doing in the community, that believe what we're doing in the community and want to get involved. So if you are out there and you are part of somebody that wants to get involved in anything we got going on, please don't hesitate to reach out. We've been blessed so far to have some mission partners like The Last Resort. Fleet Feet Austin is helping us out tremendously. The shoe company, Rise Detox, has just recently, become a mission partner. And so it's really the people that are part of the Austin community right now that truly understand the impact of what running and fitness can do for you, what mental health and sobriety can do for you. Those are the people that are gravitating towards what we do. We've had a lot of veterans coming out, supporting what we're doing and partaking. And so, again, that's my goal, is to continue building these things. And so every week we have 5 opportunities for people to get plugged in. And so if you are local to Austin or anywhere in the area, we do our Redemption Crew runs Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday morning, 6 a.m. on Tuesday and Thursdays, 7:30 on Saturdays. Everything we do as far as the running or the working out goes is community-based. You do not have to worry about being fast. You do not have to worry about not being a runner, never having run before. We come to run together. We're not showing up trying to set pace records. We're not trying to qualify for Boston. We are showing up to run as a community. We're going out afterwards. We're hitting up the tacos and the coffee, and we're fellowshipping. That's what it's all about. That's what the Saturday morning especially is for us. And so get involved in the runs. Get involved. We have a Monday night men's group on the east side of Austin. It goes from 6 to 8. During the wintertime, we were doing a bonfire. We were having men come from all different walks of life. And it's a place where you can come find strength and share strength. Anything that I do is not pigeonholed to just recovery. I want it open to everybody, because at the end of the day, you heard me say it before, we are all recovering from something. So Monday night we got the men's group. We were doing the bonfire. Now it's a little warmer out, so we've taken it inside. We're upstairs at Squatch Fitness. It has nothing to do with the gym. If you're not a workout person, don't be intimidated. We just hold it at the gym. Upstairs, beautiful office. We've been having wings every Monday night, so we do a men's meeting the way it should be. We make sure there's some food, we make sure there's something good to drink, and we make sure it's a good place for strong men to be able to come and again, find strength and share strength. And then Thursday, we're all recovering from something Zoom call. Everything I do is open to everybody, because what I've found out is a lot of us that come from the drug and alcohol addiction world, we're used to sitting in circles. We're used to talking about our problems. We're used to being open with that stuff, and we understand that everybody's not. And so what tends to happen is you get a group full of people that all want to find strength, share strength. They all want to rise together, who our message really speaks to them. They come in, and maybe you're a little nervous about turning on your computer screen. That's fine. Maybe you don't want to speak. That's fine. But what we find is a lot of people that with the drug and alcohol world tend to open up immediately, start talking about their stuff, and we watch it open the floodgates for everybody else. So just a really, really cool kind of side thing that happens just by the way we have it set up. So if you are anywhere in the world, in this country, if you're in Texas, we have 5 reasons every week that you have no excuse not to be plugged in. This is what we do. This is what we are all passionate about. Even if it's not me, any of the people, Teresa, Cody, Terrence, there's so many people that are involved with the community, I Am Redemption, and everybody is out doing their own strong things in the world, but we all know and we all come together to rise together. We all want to be there for each other. We all want to support whatever, any individual endeavor you have in life. We want to help be able to support that. it is in all of our best interest for you to go out and be the biggest, strongest, best person in the world, because at the end of the day, we all just come back and share that strength with each other, and good things happen. People that come around, stick around, good things happen. And so whether that's the people that just ran the Austin Marathon for the first time, or it's the newcomer that just showed up this week to their first run, it's all of that stuff that we go through that builds us into who we are or who we're supposed to become. And so right now, a lot of our messaging is built by pain. And so if you kind of take a look at the year of what I Am Redemption is going to be doing, we are going to have like a different focus every couple months. And so, you start off the new year, our focus is going to be the wake up, that wake up moment. Those first couple months of the year, it's all about that moment where you realize that you need to make a decision, whether that's to lose weight, whether that's to get in shape, to address your mental health, to get plugged in with community. Those are our wake up months, right? January, new year, new me, cool. I Am Redemption can help you. We get you to show up. That's all we need you to do in that wake up moment, is to show up. Then we kind of move into the next couple months of the years, which is built by pain, and that's where we're at right now. And so what I mean by built by pain is that it has taken all the pain that we've been through to be who we are today. And for me personally, I wouldn't change that for anybody, because I'm very proud of who I am today, right? But also, what pain are we willing to go through? What uncomfortability are we willing to go through to be who we're supposed to become, right? And so built by pain, we're going to start the 60-day challenge coming up on April 13th. Now, the 60-day challenge, I'll go over the rules with you real quick. Pretty simple. We are going to be active every day. So whether that's running, working out, you are going to do something every day. Active recovery does count, but no 0 days is the only rule. So every day for 60 days, we are active, preferably running or working out. Then we move on to every single day, we're going to pray or meditate, right? Every single day, no matter what, you're going to pray and meditate. You are going to read for a minimum of 30 minutes every day, right? You pick what you want to read, but we want to be addressing our physical health, we want to be addressing our mental health, and we want to just be addressing our spiritual health. And that's how we do it right there. So for 60 days, we're running and working out. We're going to pray or meditate every day, and we're going to read every day. And the last and final thing, and one of the most important, is we're going to reach out to one person a day. I don't care if it's a text, I don't care if it's a phone call, but we're going to reach out to one person every single day for 60 days, and you're going to motivate or uplift that person. Whether it's just sending a supportive text, something to get them motivated to come out and get outside of their comfort zone, but we are going to use that experience and we are going to support somebody else with it. And so for 60 days, that is going to be the Built by Pain 60-day challenge. That is going to take us all the way to, I think, April, May, June 12th, I believe it is the 60 days out. So April 13th, June 12th, I'll be dropping, by the time you guys are seeing this, I'm sure I'll be dropping the all the details and everything to you guys before then, so hopefully you catch that. And last year we did the 60-day challenge, and we had people from all over posting about it. Everybody was using the hashtag I Am Redemption, Redemption Crew, and so I'm so much looking forward to everybody from the Redemption Crew coming out and supporting that. We have people in Cali, we have people in Boston, people from all over, but everybody gets it. We're all cut from the same cloth. So very excited to be doing that. And then to talk about the rest of the year, even though we're not there, we have our wake up, we have our Built by Pain. Then we're going to have Built by Purpose, Built Different, and We Are What Comes After. And so when I'm saying these are kind of phases of life, they're phases of the year, they're phases of people's journey and progression, right? So now if you take a look at my story, I had the wake up moment. I had the Built by Pain, where everything I had been through, and then the running and the races and everything that was shown in the documentary, that was the pain that had built me. Then you move into Built by Purpose, where you start understanding that to keep it, you give it away. You reach the Built Different aspect, where now you're a pillar in your community. You're able to start leading things in the community, right? People are starting to follow you. So maybe you're starting your own run groups. It is my goal to let people know and help identify that I Am Redemption can support somebody no matter what phase they're in, because we all need that wake up moment where we need to change. We all need to have that pain to go through growth. But then what do we do with it after, right? I Am Redemption is going to help people. We go back and use it to help other people. We're going to have a lot of opportunities for people that come on and stay consistent and progress with us. I talked about before about Fleet Feet coming on as a mission partner. as you come into I Am Redemption, and let's say you start coming to our run group and you show up, and we had an individual show up, he was running in Crocs. Not the best footwear when you're coming on a run, but we made sure, and Fleet Feet made sure, that we had a donated pair of shoes for that individual the next time he showed up. I'm going to guarantee right now that if you show up consistent with us for a couple weeks, that I'm going to be able to put a brand new pair of shoes on your feet, and we are going to be able to get you signed up for your first race, right? It's not about just showing up to a run group, but what uncomfortability are we willing to go through to be who we are, who we're supposed to become? So now we're signing up races, and we're pushing our limits to what we thought was possible. And the one analogy I like kind of giving with people this is, this life is set up for us to be comfortable all the time. And we sit there and we're comfortable and everything we do. And as soon as things start getting uncomfortable, well, that's when the wheels fall off for a lot of people with their mental health or with sobriety. And so let's say I'm used to sitting on the couch, something like doing a chore or getting up and going to work sounds difficult, right? Now let's say I go out and I go for a run, and I go for a 1 mile run, and all of a sudden that's very uncomfortable. My lungs are on fire. I want to quit, but I make it through. I've just raised my threshold for uncomfortability and what I'm going to go through. Then I run 5 miles one day. Maybe I bounce it up to 10. Now you're running a marathon or something. Each one of those steps is taking you up a level and showing you that you're capable of far more than you thought was possible. Because when we started off, I'm not a runner. I'm not running a mile. I'm not running 2 miles. Well, now all of a sudden you have this huge win of, let's say you're newly sober. You just got your life on track. Now within a couple of weeks, you just ran your first 10-mile race. That level of uncomfortability is up here, and you start realizing that all these things you go through on a daily basis that you come in contact with are a lot less effective on you. You don't have those little spiral moments because you've been able to up that. And that's just what I've found for me personally, and then getting people involved in running, I've watched it have that same effect for them. So just something very cool that I think, one of the things that the run group does for people. And so we are also, Fleet Feet's a mission partner, and we are looking for other motivated mission partners. And so whether you're a company, or maybe you're just an individual, a family member of somebody that wants to support somebody else that's in recovery, we have avenues to where you could set up an individual donation, a monthly donation. Also, if you text 52555 at any time, that'll take you right to the I Am Redemption page. You'll be able to donate there. And so that's literally what helps this mission continue to go. We have a lot of amazing people coming out of the woodwork looking to volunteer. And so all these donations are helping us set up these events that we're doing each month, because that's the goal of what we're trying to do. We're trying to show how many cool things you can do in sobriety, in the world right now, where you don't need drugs or alcohol. And so luckily, a lot of the younger generation, a lot of the other people coming up right now, there's a whole movement of Recover Out Loud. It's cool to be sober for once. And so we're really looking to capitalize on that. We got a monthly block party we're going to be planning, a lot of other quarterly and yearly events we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing Redemption Weekend also. And so over the year, we're going to be going out over our whole calendar and just talking about all the cool stuff that we're going to be up to this year. And so this is my call. This is my call to everybody out there. If you're somebody that listens to I Am Redemption, if you think somebody resonates with this message, please pass it along. Share the story, share the mission, because at the end of the day, we all rise together. You are somebody listening to this. I want to get you involved, whether that's the movie, the Thursday meeting, one of our in-persons. This is a community. So if you're somebody that's just been kind of sitting back and listening to the show and not really getting involved, this is your moment. We want you here. We are all recovering from something. You may never have dealt with it yourself. You may be dealing with it with a family member, but this is the kind of group of people you want to hop on it and talk to. And that was just like the yearly update of how 2026 is looking. So we have the nonprofit going. We got the groups going. We got the movie stuff happening. We just went through that incredible weekend with the NFL. Who knows where that goes? I had a lot of the teams come up to me afterwards, very interested in what I was talking about. And so it's cool to have done some of the things I've done up to this point, because it helps me be kind of in the moment when stuff like this happens. So to really be in the moment and understand the not the severity, but the level of just profound profound luckiness to be able to be in a situation like that, to speak to at anything having to do with the NFL. It's just, man, dreams do come true. God is very real in my life, and I'm not sure what else to say about it. But Jason, I don't think I covered all my bases. Do you have any questions you might like to throw in there that I could answer? That maybe you're wondering, that maybe somebody else at home would be interested in knowing about I Am Redemption or the nonprofit or podcast direction we're going? Questions about the movie? And if you're listening at home, I want to know your questions. So please drop them down in the comments right now. Follow I Am Redemption on social media, especially Instagram. Drop all your questions there. Looking to hear from you, looking to get you involved.
What's the expected release date of the movie? Do you know?
They are shooting for the end of the year. They want to have it out before the end of the year. We have, I have some very good friends who are some pretty influential influencers, we'll say, that are going to be a part of the film too. And so they're going to, with them in the movie world, a lot of it you go into the marketing of the movie afterwards and the film festival circuit, and so that ends up eating a lot of time. They're gonna forego the film festival circuit, and we're gonna go straight out there. So it's their goal to have it out by the end of the year.
Very cool. Did you talk about who's starring in the movie? Can you?
I don't know. I don't know if I can. Should I talk about that?
I would. Yeah, I would throw it out.
So for anybody, we have some incredible actors coming on. Eric Nelson, who was in 1883. He was one of the male leads of 1883. He's going to actually be playing me. I'm not sure. I would have to look. I don't want to butcher the names of some of the other actors, but I do know we have everybody secured. And throughout this journey, of doing the podcast and social media, I've made some friends along the way, and it's been interesting navigating the social media world. There's a lot of people that put stuff out that appear to be one way that might be another. But it's the social media world and the content game. But a couple of people that I've crossed paths with, in particular, one of my very best friends in all this, Miss Rachel Elizabeth. She's been amazing since I Am Redemption started. She's supported from the beginning, and so I thought it was very important that if I had this opportunity for this movie to happen, to go back to her to say thank you and to get her involved. And it had just so happened the way it all synced up is around the time we were talking about this happened to be the 100th episode of the podcast. So not only did I get to have that conversation with her, I got to have it with the entire Sober Girls group chat, who I firmly believe in all those women. The amount of vulnerability that they show, the amount of people that they've been able to impact and save, and for them to be out there brave in the social media world, to take judgment head on. It's not easy doing what they do, and so to have them say yes and all want to be a part of this film. And so there's a very unique and creative way that Andrew Chabet, the director, has written them to be in the movie. And then a good buddy of mine, Mr. Brad Dunn, for all you gentlemen out there who lift weights, he's Mr. Reliant Fitness himself. He is also going to be part of the film. They are all flying in here next week during filming. And then my boy, Mr. I Am Creechy, one of the dopest, not only rappers, but musicians, singers you're ever going to hear. He's going to be doing music for the film. He's also going to be a part of the film. And then, a laundry list of other people that I'm going to be able to call and get them to come be a part of this film. And so just a bunch of really cool people. The fact that we get not only some badass Hollywood actors that could definitely carry the emotional weight of this role, but a bunch of little cool cameos from people that have really, really changed people's lives, really impacted people, and who a lot of you will know from home because you're already following them. So cool the fact I get to do it with all of them.
That's pretty sick, dude.
It is.
I can't wait to hear what Creechy does, because I listen. He's putting out music left and right, man. I always listen to Creechy.
He's a beast.
He's popping up on my Spotify, and
Yep.
he's always got some fire ready to go.
He's out on tour right now, coming to the end of his tour, and so he's going to pull an off tour and basically be able to hop right in the movie. And a little birdie told me he may or may not be rapping in the movie, so I think they got a pretty cool scene for that to be able to happen.
If Andrew needs any other roles filled, please let me know.
But I mean, it's already a done deal, bro. As long as you show up a day, I got you in there for sure.
I want to lie. If there's any lines, I want to lie.
Okay. Well, I can.
We'll holler at him next week.
We can make it happen.
Even if it gets cut, I just want to film it.
Yeah, for sure. Just to recap, before we wrap up, I just wanted to touch base with everybody and just catch everybody up to date. There's a lot of stuff that I can't get out on social media, and so having this long form is just a lot easier for me to be able to get that stuff out. But just to recap, if you are looking to get plugged in with I Am Redemption, number one, we are looking for mission partners. You can reach out on social media, you can reach out on the website, but in person, if you are looking for support, every single Monday night, we do the Monday night men's meeting. It is on the east side of Austin from 6 to 8 p.m. It's at 701 Tillery. It's a place for you to come. Men can come to find strength and share strength. Tuesday morning, 6 a.m., Thursday morning, 6 a.m. We are at the corner of Manchac and William Cannon, right in the parking lot of Sprouts. We meet there at 6 a.m. We have an incredible group of individuals that show up. We have seasoned runners. We have brand new runners that show up, all to run together to start off a Tuesday and Thursday morning the right way. Then on Thursday evening, we have the We're All Recovering from Something Zoom call. It starts at 6 p.m. Central. On Thursdays, you can always tune into my story, or I always try to put a post out that will have the password. It will have the Zoom link and everything that you'll need on it. In the meantime, if you're ever looking for that information, DM me and I can shoot you over the details. And then last but not least, on Saturday morning, 7:30, 515 South Pleasant Valley. It's right there on Town Lake in Austin. Community-paced run. Everybody is welcome. It doesn't matter if you run. It doesn't matter if you walk. We got a little 2-mile walk group, 2-mile run group, 6-mile run group. We can accommodate everybody, but it is all about community. If you are looking to donate, 52555, you can donate at any time. You can also set up a donation to be a recurring donation. It helps us out tremendously. And that is everything right now as far as in person and what I Am Redemption has to offer. As we continue to grow, we are absolutely going to be doing more. We have a lot of stuff planned for this year that we can't wait to get going on. So I love and appreciate every single person that takes the time to listen to this podcast, to listen to my messaging, to engage with everything that we're doing. Y'all are literally who help this stuff, helps this community grow, which helps us help more people. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you. I Am Redemption. We are built different by pain, powered different by purpose. We are what comes after. Let's go.